Hi guys, it's another day at COP30, the climate change conference in Belém, Brazil. And I'm here with Simon Stiell, the Executive Secretary of the United Nations Framework Convention and Climate Change. You are the reason why we're all gathered here together. You're the reason why we are in this room. And I'm so honored to get a moment to talk to you. Thank you so much for being on my
My
channel.
pleasure.
So I have just very short, sweet questions. And to start out, for some of my followers who don't know what COP is, I would like you to just share an overview of what is COP. What is COP? Why are we here? And yeah, I just have followers from all over the world I would like to know.
Okay, well, the COP, in very simple terms, is where the world comes together to make decisions to address the challenges of the climate crisis. And it's a unique platform. It's the only intergovernmental platform that discusses this issue at this scale. So every country, virtually every country, is around the table discussing issues that speak to whether it is on reducing emissions, what we call mitigation, whether it is adaptation, how we adjust to the impacts of climate change, whether it's finance, all of these issues that are central to finding solutions to the crisis are discussed here and decisions made. So at a technical level, at a political level, but also it brings in a lot of non-state actors, non-government entities, whether that is civil society, whether that's businesses, corporations, academia. We just bring the world. Exactly. It just brings the world here. And this may seem very obscure to the ordinary person. But I can't stress the importance of it, as abstract as it may be. But decisions that are made here do impact the world.
So now let's talk about the number after COP. Because there's COP1, COP26, COP30, and we are at COP30. So people have actually seen 29 of these. And I would like to know, for everyone who is watching, I would like to know what they think. Is COP just a hoax? Because there are some people that are out there oh, this is just a big talk show. What is the impact you've already had? What are the progress that has been done? Because it's there's always promises every single year, every single COP. So what are the progress that has already been achieved or been made from COP?
Well, over the 3 decades of COPs, significant progress has been made. If you bring it to just the last 10 years, the signature outcome was the Paris Agreement back in 2015, where the world decided on a far more stringent approach, framework to addressing the crisis. So if I just take a subset and look over the last 10 years, before the Paris Agreement, the world was close to a 5 degrees rise in global temperature, which would have been absolutely devastating for the planet. We would not exist as we exist now if that were to happen. So over the 10 years, based on commitments that governments have made, certainly on paper, that temperature rise has now come down to, and we've just done an assessment of global climate plans, and that comes down to a figure of around 2.5 degrees Celsius. So we've seen a halving of that temperature rise over this period. We know the magic number is 1.5 degrees Celsius. And we also say, every fraction of a degree counts. So we're seeing progress made in terms of the commitments being made. Unfortunately, what is still happening is emissions are continuing to grow. And part of what this COP needs to achieve, COP30, which speaks to accelerating implementation, to close that gap, we have to do more. But what is clear is we have all of the solutions. We know what needs to be done. from a global perspective, the financial resource exists within the financial systems. We've got to get them flowing to addressing this specific issue. So what we should leave COP30 with is a very clear signal as to how the world is going to accelerate its efforts to implement, to bring down those emissions.
This is amazing. This is amazing. I think it's going to give hope to people who think that this is like just a hoax, and like people who have climate anxiety. I think this is going to give them hope that there is something being done. So I have a final question, just something so lighthearted. And I think you have to look into the camera for this one. For everyone who is watching on YouTube, on my channel, those who feel very small and ignored, like, what is the most powerful thing that they can do right now? Like, what is your direct message to them?
Your voice is not small. What we need for people to be speaking up, one, is to be curious, to be engaged, understand what this crisis is all about, understand the facts. There's a lot of disinformation. Those who claim this is a hoax, I think there wouldn't be a single person listening to you, listening to us, who isn't able to see within their own community, in their own country, the impacts of climate change, whether that is the frequency of storms, intensity of storms, whether it's floods, whether it's droughts, whether it's wildfires, whether it's rising sea levels. The impacts can be seen in every community throughout the world. So it's focusing on the facts. As I said, to be curious, look, understand what is actually happening around you, and make your voice be heard at school, with your school friends, in your families, in your communities. Speak about it, and speak about those impacts, yes, but there is hope, because there is a lot that is being done. Not enough to get us to where we need to get to, but there is a lot happening. Just to give your viewers a sense of the scale of financial investment in green technologies and the green transition. Last year alone, over $2 trillion went into technologies that are assisting the transition. Right now, in terms of renewable energy, which is part of the solution for addressing climate emissions, 90% of new energy additions, so power that's provided to communities, to countries, 90% was renewables. Renewables are cheaper than coal, than other fossil fuels. So the economics are kicking in. The solutions are coming on stream and at scale. The challenge we have is to speed all of this up. And it doesn't matter who you are, whether you are in a top job somewhere, you're a politician, you're a business person, or you're a school child. We all have our part to play. So what I would say to your viewers is speak up, be interested, and support those who are supporting the cause. Speak up.
Thank you so much. Guys, you already heard him. Speak up. Whatever you do, just make sure that you stay authentic and speak up and stay true to yourself. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
I'm really grateful. And for those of you who are watching, this is the end of it for me, but it's not totally the end. You can check out some of my experiences at COP right on my shorts. But for this one, it's the end. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this with as many people as possible, because we need as many people in this. Like, many people need to hear our voices and like find out how to also help spread the word. And my name is Stiell Ekezie, and catch you all next time. Bye.